The race for the White House now, and the first post-debate poll. It shows California Senator Kamala Harris surging into second place in the race for the Democratic presidential nomination. Former Vice President Joe Biden still leading, but down from 32% a month ago. Harris now at 17%, up from 8% a month ago. Elizabeth Warren also showing a big gain here. Bernie Sanders is the only other candidate in double digits. Now, this comes as candidate Joe Biden's son, Hunter, speaks out in a new interview, opening up about his personal struggles, including a battle with drug addiction, his relationship with his father, and business dealings that have come under scrutiny. ABC's Lindsay Davis is here with more on that story. Lindsay, good morning.
Good morning to you. An incredibly candid interview with 49-year-old Hunter Biden, who really gets into the weeds about some harrowing experiences. He talks about drinking that started in high school, cigarette and cocaine use that started in college, and he explains that he was a no-show at his dad's kickoff event because these negative stories started surfacing. The youngest son of former Vice President Joe Biden now laying bare his struggle with drugs and alcohol, including at least 5 stints in rehab. Hunter Biden opening up to the New Yorker in a new feature story at a critical point for his father where any surprises or family secrets could impact his campaign, saying, "I was in that darkness. I was in that tunnel. It's a never-ending tunnel. You don't get rid of it. You figure out how to deal with it."
There's just too many examples, I think, in here of, a person who's lonely and, doesn't really have anybody to turn to, and who, is just suffering and struggling to try to get some control in his life.
His addiction to cocaine led to a discharge from the Navy. Biden also describes a time he attempted to buy cocaine at a homeless encampment. Someone put a gun to his head before realizing that he was a buyer. Biden also opens up about his complicated relationships. After the death of older brother Beau in 2015 from brain cancer sent him back to rehab, he separated from his first wife Kathleen, eventually starting a relationship with Beau's widow, Hallie Biden. "We were sharing a very specific grief. I started to think of Hallie as the only person in my life who understood my loss." The article's author tells us about the tight bond between father and son. The elder Biden's calls and texts regularly interrupting the New Yorker interviews. Once, while Vice President Biden helped his son during a period of heavy drinking,
he told his dad that he was okay even when he wasn't. And it took his father, taking a Suburban and a very small Secret Service detail to his apartment to literally knock on his door and say, "Son, I need you to get help," effectively.
And then there's the matter of Hunter Biden's business dealings. Allegations he leveraged his father's name to win business in Ukraine and China, where Hunter accompanied his father on an official trip in 2013. Upon hearing the news that President Trump is investigating him, Hunter Biden recalls spotting a helicopter overhead, telling his wife, "I hope they're taking pictures of us right now," directing an expletive toward the president, saying, "I don't care. Here I am living my life." As for those overseas business dealings, Hunter Biden denies claims that there was anything unethical, and there's been no evidence that Joe Biden used his influence to help his son. But the watchdog group put it this way, saying, at absolute minimum, there's a huge appearance of conflict.
And this was no surprise to the Biden campaign. They knew this was coming.
Right. The reporter for The New Yorker says that multiple times during his interview with Hunter, the dad was calling and interrupting their conversation. It seems like this was the campaign's way of just trying to get out in front of this.
Yeah. Lindsay Davis, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.